Girivaradhari Gopijanavalabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasani Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasani Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1st, Chapter 2nd, verse number 33. असौ गुणामयी भावै भूत सूक्ष्म इंद्रिय आत्मभी स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टः भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान् असौ गुणमये भावये भूत सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान् असौ गुणमये भावे सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान्। दोहराइए। असौ गुणमयी भावे सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान्। असौ गुणमयी भावे सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान्। असौ गुणमयी भावै भूत सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान्। Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Easy Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Aso, that Paramatma, Gunamayi, influenced by the modes of nature, Bhavai, naturally, Bhuta, created, Sukshma, subtle, Indriya, senses, Atmabhi, by the living being, Swanirmiteshu, in his own creation, Nirvishtaha, entering, Bhunkte, cause to enjoy, Bhuteshu, in the living entities, Tadgunan, those modes of nature. The supersoul enters into the bodies of the created beings who are influenced by the modes of material nature and causes them to enjoy the effects of these modes by the subtle mind. Purport. There are 84 lakh species of living being, beginning from the highest intellectual being Brahmaji down to the insignificant ant. And all of them are enjoying the material world according to the desire of the subtle mind and gross material body. The gross material body is based on the conditions of the subtle mind, and the senses are created according to the desire of the living being. The Lord as Paramatma helps the living being to get the material happiness because the living being is helpless in all respects in obtaining what he desires. He proposes and the Lord disposes. In another sense, the living beings are parts and parcel of the Lord. They are therefore one with the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, the living beings in all varieties of body have been claimed by the Lord as his sons. The suffering and enjoyment of the sons are indirectly the suffering and enjoyment of the father. Still, the father is not in any way affected directly by the suffering and enjoyment of the sons. He is so kind that he constantly remains with the living being as Paramatma and always try to convert the living being towards the real happiness. प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वश अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ता अहम इति मन्यते. So in this material world, who is the doer? Huh? Three modes of material nature is the doer. Who else are the doers? Material modes of material, modes of material nature cannot work independently. Right? Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. So the material nature with the three modes, they are the doer. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the ultimate doer, and living entity with his free will, he is also a doer. But living entity is a chotu doer. Material nature, little bada doer. And Lord is ultimate doer. Like when you go to a grocery shop, then you have one person who is sitting on a cash counter, right? And you have to place your ordered slip to that person. Now this person does not do anything. He keep on sitting with big belly and some biscuits beside between he keeps on eating, right? And then he just sees the slip, calculates, he says this much money. Now if you have money, you pay, and then slip is forwarded to another person who is taking out the things from the store and then finally delivered to you, right? So the person who came with the slip is Jiva. The person who delivers the material is Maya Devi. And sitting person on the cash counter is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now how does the Supreme Personality of Godhead reciprocate? How does a cash counter person, he will reciprocate? With two ways. First, based upon the money in your pocket or based upon his relationship with you. So as much as money you have, only to that quantity you can purchase the things, right? Let's say you have 500 in your pocket, so only you can purchase 500 rupees marks of groceries or whatever products you have. But even if it becomes 550, there's a counter, it is written, Aaj Nagad Kal Udhar. Have you seen this? आज नगद पता नहीं बंगाल में लिखते कि नहीं, but in Bihar shops, northern shops, you will find written आज नगद कल उधार. It means basically we do not entertain any kind of उधारी को क्या कहते हैं इंग्लिश में? उधारी को इंग्लिश में कहते हैं धार. Credit. We don't allow credit system. So material nature also does not allow any credit system. As much karma you have, you either suffer or you either enjoy. You can't say this particular life I have got little weak body, So maybe you can store the karma, and next time when I am coming in a pig body, you can give me this. Material nature will say, Aaj nagad, kal udhar. Not allowed. Right? So the first reciprocation happens based upon the credit which you have. Right? But if the wife of the owner comes or his son comes, what will happen? He will simply say, ye chahiye, ye chahiye, ye chahiye, ye chahiye, ye chahiye. And that person will come, pack everything, hand over to him. No credit, no debit. Then everything has to pay to that cash counter person only. That is called Lord's reciprocation with devotees, free from karma. So Lord reciprocate with devotee directly without karma, and Lord reciprocate with the individual living entity via material nature through the credit of karma. But it's ultimately who is reciprocating is the Lord, is the Supreme Personality of God. So that's the reason it is said here that there are 84 lakh species, living beings, beginning from the Brahmaji to the ant, are enjoying the material world according to the desires of the subtle mind and gross body. And then Prabhupada says further, how somebody receives the gross body? He receives the gross body based upon the what Prabhupada said in the purport. The gross material body is based on the condition of the subtle mind. That is the reason why we are living in this body, especially in the human body, our thinking, our feeling, and our willing becomes very important. Quality of thinking, quality of willing, and quality of feeling, that will determine the next body for us. Right? That is called basically in the spiritual life Nidhi Dhyasanam. Meditating on the spiritual subject matter. So if we have greedy thinking, greedy feeling, greedy willingness, so next body will be which kind of body? Animal body. Which kind of animal body? You see, especially when the cows, whole day you keep on giving, whole day they will keep on eating. Similarly, you see dogs, whole day they keep on searching, right? Or you see, these birds, whole day they keep on flying for the search of some sense object. So if our thinking, willing and feeling are not corrected, then our next life will not be a proper life. So one should be very careful for the state of the subtle mind. And senses are created according to the desire of the living being. Somebody has a peaceful senses and somebody has got very voracious senses based upon desire. So, as a devotee, we need to be very careful. Like we have seen Bharat Maharaj, his desire to give love to the body of deer made him deer in the next life. Correct? So our affection, our intake, all these things should be very checked. But then Lord has a very special position. Prabhupada says, beautiful last section in the purport. He says the suffering and the enjoyment of a son is suffering and enjoyment of a father. Right? How is it? You see, when a son clears some big exam, that fellow studied, he got the degree, he will be getting the job. But who distributes mithai? His father. He'll keep on going all the homes in the mohalla and keep on explaining, my son has cleared this exam. Why? Because his attachment to this son. But similarly, if the son is not following his words, then also father becomes a news channel. Whoever comes to meet him, he'll keep on telling ekdam nalayak. Kichoi kore na. Janini ki korbe amar jawar pore. Huh? Generally, parents come to brahmacharis to meet. For what purpose? To give complaint of their children. Right? Hours together. And the worst thing is parent expect and children don't follow. Whatever parent expect, children does exactly opposite. Recently somebody came to meet me and his father was so upset, he was angry and he was yelling in my office only on his son. And his son was smiling on him. That was more frustrating to the father. And he was telling, Dakshan, Dakshan, Dakshan. And that person further started smiling. And the last he said, তোমরা আমাকে যে কোটাই করছো তো ওটা নিয়ে কি আমি কি কারেক্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছি কিছু হলো তো না Now father is hatas. Initially he was frustrated. After that he was hopeless. First he was frustrated, then he was hopeless. So when I was talking to them, in the first method of the guidance, I was trying to enlighten them. But when I saw there is nothing working, enlightenment is not working, then I started pacifying them. In 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada writes this line. When somebody is not getting enlightened, then pacify them only. When this discussion comes, Urvasi, she has come as a wife of Pururava. And she put few conditions. That if these conditions are valid, I'll stay with you as your wife. Very unique kind of condition. But since Urvasi is a lady of a higher planetary system, how long she can continue in the material world? And if any of you have studied 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, you know that one of the conditions which Urvasi puts to Pururava is that I should be getting food only cooked in ghee, not rice bran oil. Right? So Prabhupada writes, it seems in the higher planetary system, everybody eats, food stuff made in ghee. That's the one condition he has put. Right? If somebody, let's say, joins ashram and he puts this condition, I can only stay in ashram, when you will give me foods made in Shuddha ghee, not white ghee. So, Pururva, he accepted that proposal because ghee that time was not a problem. But two more conditions were there. And Indra, when he started feeling separation of Urvasi, he sent Gandharvas to break those two conditions. I'm not telling you these two conditions right now. Maybe in the future when I'll take the class, because that will be more like a brahmachari class. So they did something, because of that these two conditions got broken and Urvasi leaves Pururva. And Pururva, in search of Urvasi, is roaming all around. Nagare, Nagare, Dware, Dware. He's searching, where are you, Urvasi, where are you, like this. And I think in the first case, second case, another thing happened. The millennium changes in the second case. See, two times it happens. First time Urvasi has left Pururva, and thinking about Urvasi, Pururva comes to Kurukshetra. And there he finds his wife, Urvasi, enjoying with 5 other males. Now, if somebody is really so-called male, by seeing his wife like this, what he will do? What will he do? Devasi is saying he will take sannyas. Good point. At least he should take sannyas. What else he can do? Huh? Reject or itna sari kill that lady, right? But Pururva, neither he takes a sannyas, neither he rejects, neither he kills. He goes and starts begging. Oh my dear wife, where were you? He didn't ask this question, what are you doing? शर्म नहीं आ रहा है तुमको? एक को छोड़ के पांच के साथ घूम रही हो, अभी एक साथ. He starts begging that please come. And Urvasi starts giving him siksha there that one should control his senses. One should not allow the senses to overcome. And hearing all this also, Pururva, he does not get satisfied. He keeps on begging. Please, please. And hearing Pururva like this, then Urvasi says, okay, if you beg like this, then I sanction that once in a year for one night I will spend time with you like your wife. The rest 364 days I will stay somewhere else. So there Sri Prabhupada writes this line, that when Urvasi saw Pururva that enlightenment is not working, then she satisfied Pururva by pacifying him. Don't worry, one laddu I'll give you. So this laddu is enjoyment in this material world. So Lord comes in the life of living entity in two ways. The first is explained in verse number 33. The second is explained in the verse number 34. Lord comes as a Paramatma in the heart of living entity. Upadrashta Anumantacha. Without Lord does not sanction somebody, that person cannot enjoy. Right? Because Lord is a ultimate doer. See, Lord has got three qualities with him. That's called KPA. K for knowledge, P for power, A for action. Lord can execute anything. So when living entity wants to enjoy separate than Lord, then Lord can create a kingdom for living entity just like his, and also those feeling like a supreme. So Lord is knowledgeable or not? Is a cognizant, correct? He from Lord comes everything, either material or either spiritual. He is the source of everything. So he can create something beyond the spiritual perimeter and still keep it active. Generally, what we discuss, that without the touch of spirit, matter cannot be active, right? But this entire material world is called material world. It is made of matter. It is a separate section of the Lord's entire creation. 3/4 is the spiritual creation and 1/4 is the material creation. So Lord has created this place separate than his spiritual section, but still he keeps it active by being present in this material world. I believe last class and also last to last class this discussion had come, that how living entity is in the here it came, where I was reading, in the navel of Karnadakshaya Vishnu, which is like a pond. Some of you were explaining this. So it's like a navel of Karnadakshaya Vishnu. And I think yesterday it was discussed that how Karnadakshaya Vishnu functions. So he activates the material nature by its glance. And in that way the living entities are put in the womb of material nature, Maya Devi. So Lord activates the living entity. Lord activates the desire stored in the heart of the living entity by giving jnanam apohanam cha. Lord is the source of knowledge and forgetfulness. If Lord does not want, by birth you will not have any memory. And that is called dull child. Have you seen some child, they have taken birth, but they don't grow. Even their age has become 20, 25, but they remain like a 5-year-old, child, or practically they don't understand, they don't know anything. So why it is so? Yanam apohanam cha. So if Lord does not want, even we can't have the desire to even enjoy. Forget about the enjoyment. So based upon the desire, living entity will get the senses, and to entertain those senses, we should have the connection to the sense object. So this entire setup, every life Lord activates for the living entity. So in this life, let's say somebody came with 1 billion desires. Out of that, based on his karma, he fulfilled 1 million desires. But still he is left with how much then? 1 billion minus 1 million. Okay. No more calculation. These many desires are still there with the living entity and he is not yet purified. So what has to happen? Next life. That is for sure. But in the next life, to come and enjoy, that remembrance of those desires has to be there. So that desire, Lord stores for that living entity. Like we have some photos and videos, and this is stored in the mobile. But if you delete from the mobile, where it is stored? Server. And the provider stores those things for you. And then you have a system, permanent deleted file, you can recover. Right? Such kind of apps exist. That you run that app, it can come. Even if these apps fails, at last, if government wants to recover everything, he can talk to the company and servers and everything, and from there, it can get recovered. So Prabhupada was giving a beautiful example. Prabhupada says, let's say you have got an electronic machine. We have this machine, sound system. Now suddenly the sound system create different sounds. Like sometimes ऐसा करके आता है. And then I have seen devotees, how confidently they get up and with closed eyes they keep on turning switches, whichever functions. It's not that they know कि हाँ इसको कम करने से ये कम हो जाएगा. One or two might be knowing, but for the rest of the people I know, sound हुआ उठो पहले कुछ करो उसको. You go and do something, बंद हो गया तो become successful and sit down. And if not, then I can see with the sound switch they start seeing the speaker. अब क्या करना है? But you don't know what's happening inside. What exactly malfunction has happened, because of that the effect is like that. Like somebody was asking, cause and effect another day. So malfunctioning is a cause and different kind of sound is the effect. Right? But you take it to a repair shop, that person start opening everything. He shows that look, there's a wire which got disconnected. सटा देता है, उसको एक building कर देता है. It's perfect. Go ahead. So he knows ins and out of it. Right? Similarly, Lord knows in and out of everything. Sometimes when we say material nature is functioning automatically, how automatically? Somebody has made it automated. Right? So Lord knows about everything, and then according to the karma of the living entity, he sanctions the amount of suffering, he sanctions the amount of enjoyment via the medium of material nature. But as a father, he is worrying about only one thing, that the flows continues. As a father, ultimately he is worrying about only one thing, that my son should come back to body, back to home. Like I tell you, sometimes from a normal family, their son does some crime, some heinous crime, and you will see that if the interviewer has gone to the parents, then parents will say, yes, he should get phansi, but there is a tear in the eyes. So one side there is a distress of the son will get die, I mean, son will get hanged, but there is an also a frustration that you have done such a nonsense thing. Then you are accountable for it, and you should get punishment. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he sees every living entity, Prabhupada writes here, everyone, not only the human being, then seeing their situation, one side Lord feels pathetic. He feels distressed. He feels painful. That what a situation, wonderful situation you had with me, and what a situation you are now living here. Sometimes gas is over, sometimes tail is over, sometimes remain online, sometimes become offline. Sometimes advertise go in the sky, sometimes advertise don't go in the sky. Amazing is this material world, right? Nowadays, where even a motorbike doesn't go, there is a airport. You know this? There are many places airports are built and not a single flight comes. And then suddenly there's a problem with the oil and fuels and everything that you are said, don't travel much. So basically in material world everything is completely confused situation. And in this material world we are trying to become happy. So seeing this, Lord feel distressed. And why you are struggling so much that I, I think Sri Shapriya was speaking about this prodigy son example that day. So his father, he felt so distressed by hearing about his son because he's a Rajkumar who is eating a food of the food which was given to pigs and the cows and others. Those kind of grain items, they are not very healthy grain items. That is given to this person just because of his independent desire to enjoy separate than the father because he got a bad association. So material world means bad association. Being in material world means there will always be a separate desire to enjoy from the Supreme Lord because material world is surcharged with that enjoyment tendency. Right? So when Lord sees this situation, he feels suffering in his heart. That's the reason it is said, suffering of a son is suffering of a father. Right? How many of you have ever had the experience that you became sick and your father was in anxiety? How many of you have that experience? Practically everybody will have this experience. I remember once I had this ear pain. Something happened and a very, very intense ear pain. So I was not able to sleep. Being at 2 o'clock, I was holding my ears and somehow or other I was trying to control my sound so that other doesn't get affected. But my father heard it. He got up, started seeing me from that place. But he knew he can't do anything, but he could see my intense pain and he was crying tears I could see. Similarly, I have seen parents generally when the children goes here and there, their health goes here and there, they become too much into anxiety. While they are not suffering a single pain, their body is not sensing any pain, but their attachment to the sun is sensing that pain. Similarly, the Lord being attached to the every living entity, he suffered that pain which living entity is going through. And as soon as the Lord sees that living entity has developed that desire to come back, that sense of feeling that living entity now wants to come back, that gives pleasure to the Supreme Personality of God. So every time somebody takes the spiritual life, forget about his becoming serious in the spiritual life. Only when he takes a spiritual life, Lord becomes elated and Lord becomes very enthusiastic, Lord becomes very happy and he is ready with all the resources which the living entity will need for coming back to Godhead. That is called Yogakshemam Vahami. That I'll provide you everything. In that story of Brihad Bhagavata Mrita, what is that Kumar? Gopa Kumar. When he started coming towards the Supreme Lord, the Lord is anxiously waiting for him to come. And as soon as he comes to the door, Krishna sees that Gokumar. The Gokumar starts seeing Krishna. And before Gokumar speaks anything, what happens? Krishna has fainted. He's so much so happy seeing Gokumar come. Krishna is fainted, lying unconscious. The supreme consciousness becomes unconscious. And seeing this situation, Gokumar also faints and becomes unconscious. Then again they regain their consciousness. And with hard endeavor, they see each other. And then Krishna embraced that Gokumar. And Krishna says, "Thank you for coming back." So when we take spiritual life seriously, Krishna, Guru, Acharyas, and even demigods, they all in one sound, what they say? Thank you very much. You have made a good decision now. At least now you understood that these material things, material nature will never give you happiness. And soon that sincerity flourishes, Lord becomes very, very happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Have any question you want to ask? Yes. Let me see if I have covered the purport. There's one thing here, I just forgot on that point. He proposes and the Lord disposes. So living entity keeps on making a lot of plannings. How many of you have a habit of making plans? Unlimited plans. And how many of you have a frustration that all plans get shattered? Who does it? Not Daujikripa does. Lord proposes, he proposes, living entity proposes, God disposes. He may choose somebody as a via medium. So yes, that was the one point, that in this material world to become happy, we keep on making or devising lot of plans. Right? I'll tell you one thing. In each generation to join Brahmachari ashram, I've seen all the students, they calculate. If this much is sufficient, if this much is there, my joining will be sufficient. Right? And by the time he accumulates everything, inflation goes up by 10%. Like when I was working, I collected some money. I felt with this money, my mother and father will leave this planet. But father left, mother did not leave. My money left because of inflation. So we should make plan to some extent under the guidance of the spiritual master, but shouldn't remain too much attached to the plans, because ultimately, highway wahi je Ram rachi rakha. Whatever Lord has planned for us, that will happen in our life. And for that reason, we should be very good supporter of Lord's plan, more than any political parties, I saw one small video where this Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, what is that name, fellow's name? Vijay. Some person, his follower, is standing in front of his house. He is offering prayers. So at least we can become this much kind of supporter to Krishna. It's what an intensity you can see in the photo. With the heart, he is praying. I don't know what prayers he had, Sansara Davanal or what. But at least, such kind of supporter we should become with the plans of the Lord and not get too much attached to the individual plan making and executing. Yes, your question. Lord is attached to the living entity in the role of a mother and father, the supreme mother and father. But as in the same verse, the last line of the purport, you see that what Prabhupada writes, that indirectly the suffering and the enjoyment of the living entity affects the Lord, not directly. So as long as the living entity wants to enjoy separately, it's not that the enjoyment of the Lord has come down. Lord is self-satisfied in terms that Lord has his own associate, he can enjoy with them eternally. But since that living entity is also the part and parcel of the same Lord, seeing his pathetic condition, he suffers. And seeing him coming back, he enjoys. Like a father could be millionaire. So the job of the son is not going to affect his enjoyment. But his worries about that whether he will get set in his life or not, that might give him some suffering. And if he gets settled in properly, will give him enjoyment because he loves that person and he sees that okay, now he is well settled in his life, he will flourish. Even independently is flourishing, no issue, but at least you are settled now. Similarly, the living entity, when he desires to come back to Godhead, he does not have to suffer under the modes of material nature. So he is happy, he is into a true nature. So Lord becomes very happy, but for his own enjoyment, it's not that he needs a particular living entity. If he is there, then only I will be satisfied. If he is not there, I will not get surprised. For that reason, Lord already has got sufficient, associates. Eternally, Srimati Radharani is there, Rukmini is there, Satyabhama is there. Lord is happy with all of them. Does it answer your question? Yeah. Any other question? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Like we find that in Ras Leela, when Lord is enjoying with all the gopis, and suddenly gopis had some kind of transcendental pride in the heart. What Lord did? Immediately left all these gopis and just peacefully sitting somewhere. Right? So Lord's attachment to ourselves is with his compassion for us. It's not like our attachment with other living entity, that his presence is very important in our life. If that person is not there, we do not find a strength, we do not find shelter, not like that. Lord is independent. But he loves and he has a compassion for that living entity. So he wants him that he should be happy, he should be settled. And that's what the Guru and Acharyas and Vaishnava, everyone is like that only. They want to see that in our spiritual life, we are well settled, we are flourishing, we are going ahead, and we are pleasing Krishna so that our individual relation with Krishna establishes. So for that reason, do you remember sometime Prabhupada used to become very angry? You know, in fact, I remember I had told you the pastime of Albert Road. Prabhupada in fact said, "Sure," to whom he is disciple. But it's not that Prabhupada had any hatred for them. Prabhupada just wanted that you become a good person, serve Krishna in better way. Okay? Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada.